after missing Chicago's 91-86 season finale loss to the Liberty on Thursday night, as seen in the video on her TikTok.
It's the confession no one saw coming. After weeks of rumors, leaks, and silence from inside the Chicago Sky locker room, a stunning revelation has sent shockwaves across the entire WNBA. Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie and face of the franchise, is being accused of something that could destroy everything she's built. Sources claim
for the third season in a row.
Claim she finally admitted she faked her injury, and not just that. Insiders are saying it was all part of a shocking scheme to manipulate the team, protect her brand, and secure hidden payouts while sitting on the sidelines. Whispers began when teammates noticed inconsistencies, the limp that vanished overnight, the rehab sessions no one ever saw, and a mysterious contract clause
with a bad back. Oh man, yeah, Sky, she played y'all. Twerking on the jet with a bad.
And again, hurt back a few hours later on a plane dancing. I didn't do it. Let me guess, I'm lying, even though she literally posted a video of it.
Triggered during her so-called injury period. Now, new leaks claim a private conversation between Reese and team staff has been recorded, where she supposedly confessed to everything. Fans are outraged, teammates are allegedly in tears, and the Chicago Sky's entire front office is in panic mode. Did Angel Reese really fake it all for fame and money? Or is this the biggest smear campaign in women's basketball history? Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. Before the shocking confession rocked the basketball world, Angel Reese's rise to stardom was nothing short of cinematic. From her explosive breakout at LSU to becoming one of the most polarizing figures in the WNBA, Angel embodied both glamour and grit. She wasn't just a player, she was a walking headline. The Bayou Barbie was everywhere. Magazine covers, endorsement deals, talk shows, and even late-night interviews. But beneath the glittering surface, insiders say the pressure was suffocating, and her relationship with the Chicago Sky was crumbling long before the injury. When Reese joined the Sky, she was marketed as the franchise's savior. The team poured millions into rebuilding around her image. Custom billboards, PR campaigns, and even locker room changes to fit her brand aesthetic. But as expectations skyrocketed, so did tension. Multiple sources within the organization claimed that Reese began clashing with coaches and teammates over her role, playing time, and media attention, while most rookies quietly adjusted to professional life. Angel's every move became a viral moment, both on and off the court. It wasn't long before her relationship with head coach Teresa Weatherspoon reportedly started to fracture. According to one insider leak, Angel wanted to dictate more than just plays. She wanted control over her minutes, her image, and even how the team's social media featured her. Things reached a boiling point during a mid-season team meeting, when, as one anonymous player told a gossip outlet, Angel walked in late, iced coffee in hand, and acted like she owned the place. That single moment allegedly triggered resentment that never went away. Then came the injury. During a tense matchup in early June, Angel went down holding her leg, grimacing in pain. Cameras zoomed in as teammates gathered around. Her social media flooded with concern. #PrayForAngel started trending within minutes. ESPN analysts speculated that the Sky's playoff hopes had just evaporated. The franchise released a vague statement calling it a lower leg injury. And Angel disappeared from the public eye for days. But behind the scenes, rumors swirled that something wasn't right. "We never saw her in rehab," a supposed staffer leaked to a viral sports blog. "One day she's limping. Next day she's walking fine in heels at a fashion event." It didn't add up. Fans started noticing inconsistencies in her social media posts. One day she was recovering. The next she was dancing at a brand shoot. Still, the narrative of the injured hero held strong. Sympathy poured in. Brands stood by her, and the Chicago Sky quietly triggered a contractual clause that guaranteed Angel a payout during her recovery period, a clause most players never use. That's when the first whispers began. What if the injury wasn't real? At first, it sounded absurd. Angel Reese, faking an injury, but the timing was suspicious. She had just faced mounting criticism for clashing with teammates, underperforming in key games, and storming out of a post-game interview. A break from the spotlight would have been the perfect reset, and it was. For nearly a month, Angel stayed silent while the drama faded. Then she reappeared, glowing, confident, and surrounded by cameras again. But her return sparked more questions than answers, because as one teammate reportedly put it in a leaked group chat, she didn't look injured, she looked rebranded. And that's when things took a dark turn, because soon after that comeback, everything unraveled. The moment Angel Reese stepped back onto the court, fans expected a comeback story. What they got instead was chaos. From the very first game, something felt off. Angel didn't seem like the same player who'd dominated headlines just weeks earlier. Her moves were sluggish, her energy subdued, and her connection with the team completely shattered. But according to a shocking insider leak, that wasn't because she was still healing. It was because the injury, the one that sidelined her for weeks, never really happened. A viral thread on X, formerly Twitter, exploded late one night. A user claiming to be a former Chicago Sky staffer posted a series of alleged text messages between Angel and one of her brand managers. The messages appeared to show Reese planning a PR recovery arc, a calculated break to cool off negative press and rebuild sympathy. One line sent the internet spiraling. "They'll never question it if I limp once on camera." Within hours, screenshots of the alleged messages spread across Reddit, YouTube, and TikTok. The Chicago Sky's PR department refused to comment, calling it baseless speculation. But silence only made it worse. Fans began dissecting old footage, slowing down every clip of her so-called injury frame by frame. Some swore they could see her glance toward the camera before going down. Others compared her limp at the game to her confident stride at a Reebok event 3 days later. Then came the real bombshell. A supposed insider source leaked what they claimed was an internal memo from the Sky's management. It suggested that Angel had privately requested a personal leave period to address non-physical exhaustion, but the team, instead, agreed to list it as an injury to avoid media chaos. That one document, though unverified, sent the WNBA world into meltdown. Fans started accusing Angel of scamming her own team for money and sympathy. She faked it to protect her brand. One fan wrote in a viral TikTok that hit 2 million views overnight. Others defended her fiercely, arguing that she'd been under extreme pressure and deserved a break. But when a local Chicago sports reporter claimed to have heard audio of Angel admitting that the timing was perfect for an injury, things went nuclear. The reporter refused to release the full clip, citing legal concerns, but teased enough in his segment to drive everyone insane. In her own words, he said, "Angel Reese calls the situation a reset, not a recovery." The clip went viral in minutes. Suddenly, every talk show, every sports podcast, and every YouTube commentator had something to say. Was Angel Reese manipulating the system? Was this a PR stunt gone wrong? Or worse, was she truly scamming her team out of contract money while pretending to heal? The narrative shifted rapidly. Angel's once sympathetic comeback story turned into a scandal. Teammates reportedly stopped speaking to her, and one even unfollowed her on Instagram the night the audio leak dropped. "The energy in the locker room is dead," another anonymous player told a small sports outlet. "Nobody trusts her anymore." The Chicago Sky front office, desperate to control the fire, allegedly held an emergency meeting to discuss next steps. But then, just as things seemed to be cooling off, another twist hit. One that made the situation 10 times worse, because a new leak, this time from inside the Sky's financial department, suggested that Angel Reese had received a bonus payout during her injury period, a payout worth over $120,000. And that's when fans realized if the injury was fake, that money might have been fraud. The internet lost its mind. What started as a suspicious limp suddenly looked like the biggest scam in WNBA history. But the real question everyone was asking now was simple: how much did the team really know? And why were they staying silent? If fans thought things couldn't get worse for Angel Reese, they were wrong. Dead wrong. Because just when the fire started to cool, a new exclusive leak surfaced that reignited everything, and this time, it came from inside the Chicago Sky organization itself. A mysterious email thread, allegedly from within the team's front office, began circulating across social media. The emails appeared to show conversations between executives discussing Angel's injury strategy, using phrases like protecting the brand narrative and mitigating backlash through controlled downtime. The most damning line read, "Angel's team has agreed to use the injury narrative for marketing synergy. All payments will remain confidential." The internet exploded. Fans went wild, accusing both the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese of orchestrating a joint cover-up to manipulate media sympathy and sponsorship deals. The hashtag #InjuryGate began trending across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube within hours, pulling in millions of views within hours, pulling in millions of views. But the situation took an even darker turn when a supposed video leak hit Reddit. The grainy clip, reportedly recorded during a closed-door training session, showed Angel laughing and saying, "Y'all really thought I was hurt? Come on." The clip spread like wildfire, racking up over 10 million views before being taken down. Whether real or edited, the damage was done. Sports analysts immediately dissected every frame on national TV. ESPN hosts debated whether the WNBA should investigate. If this clip is authentic, one said gravely, "We're looking at a potential suspension or even contract termination." Meanwhile, Reebok, one of Angel's biggest sponsors, suddenly went silent on social media, deleting a scheduled promotional post that had been teased for weeks. Fans noticed instantly. Comments flooded their last post. "Did y'all drop Angel? Reebok's ghosting her. It's over." Behind the scenes, sources close to the team claimed Angel's management was in panic mode. One insider described the mood as total chaos, saying, "Angel thought she could control the story. But now she's losing control fast. The organization is furious. They feel used." But the real bomb dropped during a live Chicago sports broadcast. A former Sky assistant coach, under anonymity, called into the show claiming he had seen the truth firsthand. "She wasn't injured. I was there when they made the decision to call it an injury break. It was all about optics. She wanted to protect her endorsement deals and mental image after that viral on-court meltdown. The higher-ups went along with it." The host asked if there was any proof. The voice hesitated before saying, "There's documentation, contracts, emails, receipts." And then the line went dead. The call was replayed hundreds of times across social platforms. Fans demanded answers. "Show the receipts" became the trending phrase across TikTok edits, reaction videos, and live streams. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark fans jumped into the chaos, using the scandal as ammo. "This is why Clark is the real face of the league." One viral comment read, "Angel built her fame on lies." Others came to Reese's defense, saying she was being targeted because of her outspoken confidence. But nothing could prepare anyone for what happened next, because just when everyone thought Angel would finally make a public statement to clear her name, she disappeared. For 3 days straight, Angel Reese vanished from social media. No posts, no sightings. Even her close friends refused to comment. Then, out of nowhere, a cryptic Instagram story appeared, a black screen with the words, "You'll hear my truth soon. They can't silence me forever." And within minutes, the internet went into full meltdown mode. What truth was Angel Reese about to drop? Was she about to admit everything? Or expose something even darker, hiding behind the scenes? Whatever it was, the world was waiting. The moment Angel Reese's cryptic message hit her Instagram story, the entire sports world went into a frenzy. Within minutes, hashtags like #AngelReeseTruth, #InjuryGate, and #ScamTheSky started trending worldwide. Fans, reporters, and even celebrities began speculating about what she was about to reveal, and whether the confession everyone was whispering about was finally coming. Sports pundits on Fox Sports and Bleacher Report were scrambling to keep up. One anchor opened the segment by saying, "If Angel Reese actually admits to faking an injury, it would be the biggest scandal in WNBA history." Another analyst fired back, "But why would she do that? No player risks their career for a lie unless something bigger was going on behind the scenes." Meanwhile, social media split into two powerful camps. Team Angel and Team Chicago. Team Angel fans defended her fiercely, arguing that the entire controversy was a setup. The WNBA wants her gone because she's too outspoken, too powerful, and too unfiltered, one viral post read, gaining over 500,000 likes in a day. "They're trying to silence the girl who made women's basketball cool again." But Team Chicago wasn't having it. "She took the fans' money, faked an injury, and left her team hanging." Another user replied, "That's not empowerment, that's betrayal." TikTok filled up with emotional fan reactions. Some were crying, others raging, others dissecting every word of Angel's previous interviews. One user posted side-by-side clips of Angel limping during a press conference and then dancing on a private jet the next day, captioned, "You can't fake a limp this bad and then twerk 24 hours later." The video hit 10 million views overnight. Even WNBA players started weighing in. A leaked group chat screenshot between players allegedly showed one message reading, "She made all of us look bad. Sponsors are already pulling calls." Another player rumored to be Caitlin Clark was said to have privately commented, "You can't preach loyalty and then quit when it gets hard." And then came the bombshell. A leaked report. from a so-called insider source claimed that several Chicago Sky executives had held an emergency meeting, discussing the possibility of voiding Angel Reese's contract. According to the source, the team was furious, feeling manipulated and embarrassed by the viral backlash. The source added, they're considering filing a grievance with the league, arguing that she breached her agreement by faking medical reports. The story blew up instantly. Talk shows debated whether Angel's confession would save her or destroy her. One headline read, Angel Reese's career on the line, did she go too far this time? Meanwhile, Reebok, her biggest sponsor, remained silent, deleting every single post featuring her face. Fans took screenshots, flooding Twitter with side-by-side before and after comparisons. Demanding an explanation. By now, everyone wanted answers. Would Angel double down and deny it all? Would she blame the team? Or would she finally admit what everyone feared was true? Because one thing was clear, this wasn't just another PR crisis. This was the collapse of an empire. But just when fans thought they'd seen the peak of the chaos, the next twist hit harder than anyone could have imagined. Just when the media storm seemed to reach its limit, Angel Reese reappeared on Instagram Live. And what she said turned the entire narrative upside down. Wearing a simple black hoodie, eyes red as if she'd been crying for hours, she started softly. Y'all think you know what happened, but you only know what they want you to see. Tens of thousands joined the livestream instantly. Her tone was calm but shaky, a mix of exhaustion and defiance. I didn't fake anything, she continued, but someone wanted it to look that way. The chat exploded. Fans flooded the screen with what, and who? Messages. Angel took a deep breath, then dropped a line that sent shockwaves across the internet. Check who benefits the most from my downfall. That single sentence reignited every rumor, every conspiracy, every whispered name in the WNBA. Within minutes, fans started connecting dots. Was she pointing at the Chicago Sky front office, at a rival player, at Reebok, who had mysteriously gone silent right before her injury story broke? Then came the moment no one expected. Angel opened her phone, showing a screenshot of what appeared to be an email chain. Subject line, contain the Reese situation before All-Star voting. The senders, redacted, but the initials visible at the bottom looked eerily familiar to fans who'd been tracking the drama. Viewers gasped. Comment sections exploded with theories. That's a setup, one fan wrote. They were trying to bury her career before she could outshine the rest. But before she could read more from the email, the livestream suddenly cut off. Gone. No warning. No explanation. Her account went offline instantly. Fans were left staring at a black screen, stunned. Within seconds, clips of the cutoff spread across every social media platform. Theories multiplied. Had she been hacked? Silenced? Or did she end the stream intentionally to make a point? Journalists tried contacting her reps, but nobody answered. Reebok still refused to comment. The Chicago Sky released a cold one-line statement. We have no comment regarding Angel Reese's personal matters at this time. Meanwhile, ESPN broke into their evening coverage with a headline banner. Angel Reese's live stream shut down mid-confession, legal team responding. A few hours later, a mysterious tweet appeared from a burner account claiming to be an ex-WNBA staffer. It read, Angel was about to show proof that her injury was fabricated by team officials to protect a sponsorship deal gone wrong. Fans didn't know what to believe anymore. The once celebrated Bayou Barbie had now become the center of one of the most chaotic, confusing, and possibly corrupt scandals in WNBA history. By midnight, the hashtag #FreeAngelReese had over 5 million mentions. No one knew where she was. No one knew what she'd say next. All they knew was this story wasn't over. It was just getting started. And whatever Angel revealed next could destroy everything the WNBA built. So now, the question everyone's asking, did Angel Reese really fake her injury and scam the Chicago Sky? Or is she just being framed by the very people she trusted most? The evidence, the leaks, the silence from her teammates, it all points to something much bigger than just one injury. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe Angel Reese pulled off one of the biggest scams in WNBA history? Or is she the real victim of a brutal setup meant to destroy her career before it truly took off? Let me know your thoughts right now in the comments. And listen, this story is not over. I'm hearing from my sources that another insider is preparing to come forward with audio proof that could completely flip this entire situation upside down. You do not want to miss what's coming next, so hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, And get ready because the next update might expose the final piece of this scandal once and for all. Stay tuned. The real truth about Angel Reese might be closer than anyone imagined. And by midnight, the hashtag #FreeAngelReese had over 5 million mentions. No one knew where she was. No one knew what she'd say next. All they knew was this story wasn't over. It was just getting started. And whatever Angel revealed next could destroy everything the WNBA built. So now, the question everyone's asking, did Angel Reese really fake her injury and scam the Chicago Sky? Or is she just being framed by the very